live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.
Welcome to our Dunkin Latte Lounge. My name is Maxwell. At Z100.com is where you're checking us out, and it's not about my smile, even though this is my good side. Let's go ahead and focus our attention on the one and only Joshua Bassett. Please, round of applause for everyone here in studio.
And
Josh,
Vin
man.
Landolfi, let's not forget.
Yeah, what's going on, Vin? How you doing, man? Yeah, dude, thank you guys for being here. Thank
you
you,
for having
Josh,
us.
man, for taking the time in between two sold-out shows.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, man, so much has been going on to keep that smile big on your face, dude. So let's focus on the fact that I'm glad that you were seated here because stepping onto the stage here, we saw our buddy took a tumble in Toronto.
Oh,
That didn't happen here, man.
Oh,
but
no, it did not. Well, funnily enough, last night at the end of the show when I ran off
No.
stage, I slipped.
No,
So, you know,
that's becoming your MO, bro.
I guess so, yeah, once a show.
But man, how much does it fill your heart to look out to the crowd, to see the sold out shows happen, to see so many people connecting, vibing, and just kind of there to support you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't start putting out music until after the pandemic started, so I've always said I was a pandemic artist because it didn't feel real. Like, it's like I'm putting it out into the abyss. Like, I don't actually get to connect with anyone over the music. So to finally be able to see people, and what shocked me the most is that they know the words better than I do.
Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
But that really means they're connecting. That means that they're resonating with your words, with your stories. What does that feel like as a pandemic baby songwriter to know that you're already creating these stories and these messages, these moments for folks to feel comfortable enough to sing back the words to you?
Totally. It's wild. I mean, I think, the number one thing I try to do, or not the number one thing I try to do, the number one thing I do in my music is be as honest as possible. And I think
for sure
there's something about truth that is so universal for people. And so to see other people resonating with my story and be like, how did he know what I was going through? I'm like, it really just shows me that we all are so similar, more so than we really realize. To see people resonating is really cool.
You nailed it. And how cool is it for you to create your stories, to create those songs, to be vulnerable in those moments, but then to have people take those stories and draw their own conclusions to them, or to connect their own stories to, or piggyback and make these songs bigger than what you maybe had initially thought.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I think back to, all the artists I look up to whose music resonates with me and how, like, it's affected me, and to be that for somebody else is just a wild thing that I can't really wrap my head around.
Well, drop a couple of those artists who meant something to you enough to give you the courage to venture off and to write this chapter of your story. Who are some of those artists that you looked up to that you were like, yeah, man, thank you for doing that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone from Paul McCartney, Billy Joel, Elton John, to, Adele, to Ed Sheeran, to...
Dang, you just dropped some A-listers, bro. Yo, right?
the whole spectrum. But again, I think the one thing in common with all those artists is they're just incredibly honest.
Yes.
And you can feel that. And, so that's... And my dad just really played all that music growing up for me, so that's...
It just stuck with you.
Totally.
Yeah, no matter what, bro. Well, we're going to do a little chat and play. So this is a part of the chat portion of you here in our Dunkin Latte Lounge. Are you ready for the play portion?
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah? Round of applause from here in studio. This is Joshua Bassett.
I just gotta get out of LA. I've been thinking of running away. I just gotta get out of this town. Lately everyone's bringing me down. I've been making a run for my life. I'm not sure if I'll make it tonight. Guess I've run out of things I can say. I just gotta get out of LA. When I was young, my father told me not to cry in front of my mom. Said it's time to grow up. And now that I'm older, I couldn't tell you the last time I cried if I won. No time not to be on. So I put on a show, slap on a smile. Don't let them know you're not doing all too fine. Well, I'll be fine. I just gotta get out of LA. I've been thinking of running away. I just gotta get out of this town. Lately everyone's bringing me down. I've been making a run for my life. I'm not sure if I'll make it tonight. Guess I've run out of things I can say. I just gotta get out of LA. Everyone comes here, but nobody leaves. Yeah, we're all only actors. No one's actually happy. It's all who do you know and when did you know them? Not where you're from, but where are you going? How can you help me get to where I need? When everything is going right, they're on your side. But just as your luck runs out, they're harder to find. I just gotta get out of LA. I've been thinking of running away. I just gotta get out of this town. Lately everyone's bringing me down. I've been making a run for my life. I'm not sure if I'll make it tonight. Guess I've run out of things I can say. I just gotta get out of LA. I just gotta get out of LA. I just gotta get out of LA. I just gotta get
Out of LA, Joshua Bassett. Give it up for Vintu also, man. Good Lord, dude. Holy cow, man. With our Dunkin Latte Lounge and getting out of LA takes a long time, especially with the traffic on the 405, bro. So, I mean, that song could have been named I Just Want to Get Out of Burbank, and it's still going to take me this exact same time frame. But
I actually like Burbank. Burbank's cool.
Burbank's kind of cracking. Yeah, the valley's cool. Like, you know what I mean?
In spots. It's hit or miss. You go down the street and you're like, well, where am I?
That's what I say. Where are you when you're I had some friends that were, no, I don't want to give away their address or anything, but there are some parts of Burbank that are actually kind of cracking.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
I feel you. When you're thinking about writing these songs about escapism, or you're in your head at times, I mean, the EP, Sad Songs in a Hotel Room, bro, there are some really exciting times, but there are also those moments where you're lost in your own thoughts, man.
Yeah.
What's it like creating this collection of stories and being in your thoughts? Is it therapeutic? Is it relieving? Is it anxiety ridden at times? Is it exciting to get those thoughts off of your chest? What's the feeling like?
It really is like therapeutic. It's I like to say, like, I tend to write songs that I try to say in my songs what I wish I could say to somebody, or that I feel like I can't say to somebody, and oftentimes then it becomes like almost a journal entry. But yeah, it is crazy how sometimes I'll write a song and I'll be like, I don't even know where that came from. Like, I don't know how I did that, but it says what I was trying to say better than I was trying to say it. Like, sometimes it just comes together like that. So
I feel like I read that you said that you're trying to write these out or say these things, but then it came out to be a song. So to be able to have these journal entries out there for the world, is it a bit scary, to be that vulnerable at times and to let your guard down?
I say that it would be much scarier for me to be a fraud and put on an image.
Oh, yeah.
And then have to hide behind that fake facade.
Yes.
Like, screw that. I'm not doing
Then you
that.
lose yourself. You're trying to maintain this character that you are not.
Totally.
So to be yourself and to be your true self in these songs has to be one of the most rewarding things ever.
Liberating for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I love that word, liberating, dude. We'll talk about writing these songs in a hotel room, man. Sad songs in a hotel room, but were there times where it was happy songs because room service showed up, and you know what I'm saying? They got your chicken nugs right, or you know what I mean? Like, but why? And I feel like you said this maybe once or twice before, but why sad songs in a hotel room? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it really is like the last couple years, despite the pandemic, I've spent more time than not in a hotel or in an Airbnb, never in the same city for too long, and not really having any foundation and going through like the worst period of my entire life, but having nothing to grab onto. And I personally, when I'm in a hotel room, I just get depressed because I feel like I'm a rat in a cage. Like,
leave.
Which again, I'm grateful to have a room. Like, there's, I don't want to complain
100%
about that, but sometimes it can feel very isolating and very lonely. And so, yeah, I mean, I just wrote all these songs while I was living in a hotel pretty much. And so that's sort of the through line of it, is like not really having any foundation and having to hold on to whatever I can through music.
And when you get home, do you get your sleep?
No, I do not get my sleep.
No, man. How many hours is it that you can survive off of?
Well,
man?
I can survive on nothing. Are you kidding? I've done crazy. I did 3 red eyes in a row this last week, like I was saying. So, you make it work. I actually sleep better on planes than I do anywhere else. It's
okay,
crazy.
you have to please share with the world your talent on sleeping on a plane. So how does that work for you? Leaning up against the window? Are you in the middle and you're able to do that?
Yeah,
or?
I mean, there's no way to say this without sounding like a jerk, but it's different in first class.
It is. Can I tell you, dog? I was gonna ask you if you use your points because I've done that a couple of times also, and we're not trying. If you can, at one point in time in your life, I also say this: please treat yourself to that experience.
Oh, yeah.
You deserve it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you can fall asleep.
But here's the thing, though: is like I did live in my car when I was 16, and I slept just as good there than I do on a plane. So. Yeah. I don't know what it is for me. Anywhere but a bed, I sleep great. I sleep good on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. But
anywhere but a bed.
Yeah, for some reason.
That included Airbnbs and couches of friends for a long time there.
Yes.
What does that mean to you to have gone through those periods, those struggling periods, and to come out on this side here and to know that you've done it? How proud are you of yourself to have lived through some of those experiences and to now be here doing what you love to do? Again, sold out tours and shows and television programs. What does that mean in your heart to know that you've done that for yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought too much about that. It's interesting though because it's like living in my car, people always be like, "Oh my God, like you were 16, like living in your car, that must have been horrible. You must have been horrified." And I was like, actually, that was the best time of my life. Like truly, because I was free, I was doing what I loved, I was chasing my dreams, and I couldn't have been happier. Like truly. So the way I look at it is like, it's you either succeed or you learn. So any times that I have hit roadblocks or I have been yanked underwater, while that in that moment can be horrible and it can be painful and
frightening,
tough,
scary, all those things.
Yes, ultimately it makes me who I am, and it leads to greater things. And if I'm able to sort of jujitsu, turn it on its, use its own weight against it, and let it, feed me instead of crush me, then ultimately that's, it's for the better. And I really think it's about your attitude 100%, because like, for example, I take cold showers every single day. And there are times where I'm about to get in the cold shower and I'm like, oh, like I really don't want to do it. Like, oh, this sucks. I really don't, whatever. And then I do it and it's fine. And I'm like, oh, I'm okay. But then there's days where I'm like, all right, let's go. Cold shower. And I do it. And it's the same. It's good. It's like, it's just so interesting how your attitude can completely change.
And part of the whole cold shower thing isn't because you're not paying your bills, right? Just want it's by choice.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Before we get into another song, man, I want to talk about how you found a while ago the ability to reclaim your power. Watching an interview and hearing you be so open and candid and vulnerable with that. What did it mean to you, and what does it mean to you now to have reclaimed your power and to be able to push that through the music, with the acting, with all the things that you do that feel so special to you in your heart, reclaiming that power of yours? What's that feel like, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one problem that we have in this world is fear. I mean, we have a lot of really bad problems, but I think they stem from fear and from a fight or flight mindset. And everything else sort of falls apart from there. I mean, even scientists are saying that the number one cause of disease and of mental health problems is a dysregulated nervous system. Like, we don't realize how much our mental health is affecting our physical body. Like, it's
fully
crazy.
intertwined.
So, I know that's like a whole different thing, but I mean, it's not a whole different thing. Ultimately, it's like, I lived my life so much in fear, and part of the whole journey, part of the moving and living in my car, part of the cold shower, all of that is to persevere and get over the fear and push through. And they say that courage isn't the lack of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it, or something like that. It's like you can't necessarily get rid of that fear, but you have to keep pushing and keep going through. And so to be able to perform or to be able to walk down the street and not in a place of fear anymore is just a different world. That's not to say that I don't fall back into
for sure
whatnot, but it's just a different experience. Like, you can't even be creative when you're fearful. Like, and that's the thing, is I had writer's block for so long and I was so stuck. And it's because I had so much fear around putting out music about being vulnerable.
What are people going to think? Who are they going to feel about me? Whatever it is.
100%.
As soon as you let that guard down.
100%. Yeah, I literally, as soon as I didn't care anymore and I was like, I'm just going to be honest at all costs.
Boom.
As soon as that happened, it just, like magic. I wrote like 15 songs in a week a couple weeks ago that are all going to be coming out. Like, crazy.
September 23rd, y'all. We're going to get into that in a little
Yes.
bit. But, hey, it's time for another part of the chat and play portion of what we're doing here in the lounge. So you ready to get to another song?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, from our Dunkin Latte Lounge, let's give it up for Joshua Bassett.
Doc said I got 12 hours. I called you without a second thought. Plane ride within the hour as she pictures life without a sun. Oh, I know. 1 hour visitation. She beats me in chess another round. Don't matter what we're saying, I'm just glad you made it into town. Save me, now I'm facing all my fears of the unknown. I've been shaking in my bones. Lately, I've been praying to a God I've never known. I can't do this on my own, so try not to cry. I won't say goodbye just yet, so hold on to my hand. Oh, I'll be fine for tonight with you by my side. Oh my, well, don't you know you're my lifeline? I know I'm not good at calling. Dad said I've fallen off the grid, and we hardly say I love you, 'cause your parents' never did. Save me, now I'm facing all my fears of the unknown. I've been shaking in my bones. Lately, I've been praying to a God I've never known. I can't do this on my own. Try not to cry. I won't say goodbye just yet, so hold on to my hand. Oh, I'll be fine for tonight with you by my side. Oh my, but don't you know you're my lifeline? So let go, 'cause I won't waste another minute. This distance, we're drifting from difference of opinion. I can't be mad, I'm not what you planned for. I hope you know that no one else could ever save me. Now I'm praying to a God I've never known. I can't do this on my own. Try not to cry. I won't say goodbye just yet, so hold on to my hand. Oh, I'll be fine for tonight with you by my side. Oh, don't you know you're my lifeline? My lifeline. Yeah, don't you know you're my lifeline?
In our Dunkin Latte Lounge, Joshua Bassett, one more time from in the room, please. For those of you that are watching behind the camera, man, we really appreciate you being a part of this. Now, Joshua, obviously, triple threat. I mean, we got acting, we got singing, dancing. Is that in the repertoire?
It's iffy. It's iffy.
Are we like
questionable.
a 2.5 threat?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
I like to say I can groove. I don't know if I can dance.
There's something too.
Yeah.
If you can groove, there's something to that.
Exactly.
Dude. That shows you got soul, bro.
For sure.
Well, I mean, the world knows that there's been a lot of amazing things, especially with the D23 conference that just happened. What are some of the things that you're most excited about within the Disney world? Aside from all the High School the musical sound. How many musicals is there? Actually?
Too many.
There's too many. Right?
Too many.
All right, but what is it that you're excited about, man? What are some of the things growing up maybe that you were like, yo, I've always loved and now to see Pinocchio with Tom Hanks, or Little Mermaid. Damn, we see you, Halle. Like, what are those things that's got your heart?
Halle Bailey as a Little Mermaid. Are you kidding me?
Fam, how did you feel when you saw that trailer?
Insane. She's unreal. Unreal. Like, I got to meet her at the I forget what the event was, but I was at some event, and she literally just glows.
It's one of those moments, man.
Yeah, she's a Disney princess for sure.
Oh, goodness, dude. When you get to be amongst family, friends, that you guys are all on this journey together, what does it mean to have these friendships, to build these strong, lasting relationships with those folks that are on this similar path, man? How much do you lean on them and vice versa?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, it's like it's a tough industry, and there's not too many people you can trust.
Yeah.
So when you find those people, you hold on for dear life.
Stick close.
Yeah,
for sure.
So it's been really wonderful to grow up with so many people who are going through what I'm going through, and to be able to relate to them and help each other out. And sometimes I'm struggling with something, and I'll lean on a friend or vice versa.
Sure.
And people pop off at different times in different ways in their careers, and sometimes you're friends with somebody, and then all of a sudden they shoot to the moon, and you're like, whoa, and then later you're like you're in a different dimension too, and you're like, hey, look, we're all here, and it's a big party. So
when you get to root for them the same way they root for you is always got to be one of the best feelings ever, dude.
I also think one more thing. It's so interesting. I look around at my friends who are just so stupid talented, and it's crazy to see my peers and be like, whoa, like we're all sort of like carrying the next wave of people.
You're part of it.
Totally.
Hearing you say that, I get goosebumps, man. And it does bring me back to the question I said a little while ago, is how proud are you not only of yourself to be a part of this new wave, but those friends of yours, those people that are also carrying this torch, this giant relay race, you're passing a baton amongst the homies, dude. What does that feel like to see someone you love succeed?
Oh my God, it's the greatest. It's like I'm a parent. I mean, it's not that I would know, but it's really special. I also really I think we're a generation that is so much more powerful than people yet realize, and I think we're so connected in a way where we're able to know what's going on in the world and not just what's on our local news station. Like we're able to make a difference, and I think what's so cool is to see so many artists contributing towards the greater good, whether that's in ways that benefit mental health or physical health or whatever it might be. I think we're a generation that is changing the world, and the world's never going to be the same after this generation.
Before we get into maybe two more questions and one more song, dude, I want to stick on that there. That level of responsibility, I don't think that's missed upon you, for sure. What does that feel like to have that, maybe not weight on your shoulders, but to have that responsibility to know that you are a part of something that's bigger than you? How is it that you are making sure that you're your best self to navigate accordingly in that type of with that type of a mindset?
Totally. It's hard. It's hard to walk the walk.
Yeah.
It's easy to talk the
for
talk.
sure.
But I think it's really a gift, because to be able to give to people what I didn't get when I was 12 or 6 or whatever, for people to tell me, like things that I've talked about in interviews where people are like, I've never heard somebody say that out loud, or let alone in public. People think that it's difficult, but actually that's the easiest part of the job. Truly, the easiest part of the job is being authentic and spreading goodness as often as possible. So, I don't know. I mean, I definitely feel pressure and weight, and I definitely I have a lot of pressure on myself to really live up to a standard
that you set for yourself.
Yes, but I think it's also important to be a little forgiving when you fall short, sometimes I beat up on myself for eating too much, and it's like, dude, you're stressed, you're going through it. Have the donut. It's okay.
It's all right, bro. And if not, pass it on to me. I got your back, bro. Yeah, for sure. I promise you that much, man. Shifting gears, before we get to, like I said, another song. The tour, getting ready, 2023. You're saying that you're going to make these dates in bigger venues. To know that you're able to do that and to kind of recircle in the new year, or circle back, I should say, and to do this for the fans and to really be there. How special is that going to feel, and how does it feel even now? Again, like we said at the very beginning of this convo, man, 2 sold-out shows here in New York City. Wow, right?
It's wild. I mean, it blows me away. It's also just like a big party too. I really think a lot of the people that support me, I really take pride in that they're all really kind, and I sort of set a standard of kindness or get out. I have a Discord channel, and the number one rule is be good, or get out,
or go leave.
So I think to be able to see people and celebrate and just have a good time and share this wonderful life is really special. And I'm so excited to go everywhere I can in the world as soon as possible.
And to be yourself while you're doing it,
Yes.
which is the coolest thing. Well, before we get to this final song here, I'm not sure what you have up your sleeve, but I do know that Secret is a fan favorite. And I'm just going to say, I just thought that, your secret is safe with me, my secret is safe with you. I'll tell you something that I've never told somebody in my ear. If you're willing to, just this, I want to further our relationship. We're bros. We're family. Your secret is safe with me. I'll tell you a secret.
But do I have to tell you a secret, or you're just telling me
I'll
one?
tall you one. If you want to reciprocate, it's up to you.
Okay, all right, we'll see. All right. Thank you for sharing that with me, man.
Yeah.
It's really special.
Yeah.
I really want to tell them, but I feel like I don't want to break the trust.
You don't want to break the trust.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
you guys will never know. This is really just an inside joke for us, so
Pretty much.
hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, for our Dunkin' Latte Lounge. Round of applause. Joshua Bassett in our Dunkin' Latte Lounge. One thing that's super special, bro, is that you are finding ways to connect. I mean, whether it be a new fan in the crowd, whether it be a person's third, fourth, fifth, or 12th time seeing you perform, or you're walking past somebody on the street and they're becoming a new member of your family or frienddom. What is it that you would hope that they take away from who you are in your heart?
Yeah. I like to say to take care of yourself and take care of others, because I think that's the most important thing we can do. I think we underestimate how this whole life is really about connection and relationships and community.
For sure.
And people, and we get caught up in stupid things and attention and we get selfish and we forget like the greatest gift you can give is sharing this life with others and giving love. And then the other thing I say a lot is I choose love. And I love that sentence, because if you emphasize a different part of the word, each time it has a different meaning that I stand behind. And, it's like if you say I choose love, it's because I choose love regardless of what anyone else chooses.
Yes.
When you emphasize choose, it's I choose love because it is a choice.
Yeah.
And then if you emphasize love, it's I choose love because what else would you choose?
And gosh, man, the idea of having that choice and being present in that moment to make that choice, to choose love is so powerful, dude. And the fact that you are using your platform and you're letting us feel that through your music, through your acting, through your grooving, because we all know that, what I'm saying, it's a 2.5
right.
Around here. But no, it's special, and we're blessed to be a part of this journey with you. So thank you for letting us move along with it. And on the 23rd of September, dude.
Oh yeah, baby.
You excited about this or what, dog?
Oh yeah. Stay tuned. It's going to be great.
All right, we're all here for it, man. One more time from our Dunkin' Latte Lounge.
Thank
We
you
got to
so
give
much.
it up. Now, the last question here that I have for you, Joshua, is if you are chilling, you're hanging out, you're drinking a nice, large
Water?
Dunkin' iced coffee.
Oh,
No,
Dunkin',
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I thought you were, yeah.
No, but we already know that you can. By the way, he has a talent of spotting the water without the label that I've never seen in my life, man. Take that on to America's Got Talent next season, bro. But no, you're sitting back, you're chilling. You got the chance to sit across the table from somebody that you love most or that you would like to have a conversation with while you're drinking your Dunkin' latte. Who is that person?
Oh, geez. Alive?
Or dead. I mean, just somebody in history. You know what I mean?
That's a really tough one. I really, really want to hang out with Robin Williams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just love to
gosh.
talk to him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the laughs, the stories.
Oh, yeah.
The idea to choose love in that conversation would be
Exactly.
pretty rad, dude.
Absolutely.
God, man. It might be the best answer. And that was a solid high five. Give it up one more time. Dunkin' Latte Lounge.
Thank you,
This,
guys.
ladies and gentlemen, is Joshua Bassett.
Boom. Mwah. Thank you.
To see more videos like this, check out DunkinLatteLounge.com. And if you're posting on social, use the hashtag Dunkin' Latte Lounge.